Hey guys, Mindstone here. Today we'll be talking about Priest. More specifically, it's going to be Dragon Priest. And the Dragon Priest with a combo package in. So, in the recent expansion, Priest received some tools for their Dragon decks. And I think these went pretty nicely into the decks, and we have a fairly cool deck now. So without further ado, I'll just get right into the cards. The first card up is Inner Fire. So Inner Fire is like that combo piece, which makes your big health minions able to just one-shot the enemy. It's mandatory for that, but I feel like two of them is like a little bit too much. It's not going to be that good against aggro if you draw both, and sometimes, well, the one is just going to sit in your hand and not do anything. So I felt like only playing one, even though I think two is okay if you really want to put emphasis on the combo. So yeah, it's so-so. Then I'm playing double Northshire Cleric. This card's amazing. It's in every priest deck almost, because you draw a lot of cards. It's good presence on one, and well, yeah, just powerful card. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Cleric is good because you can kill the enemy one drop with it a lot of times and actually heal to draw a card. How to actually play with the Cleric is like a minor science in itself. So we won't be going into detail with that, but yes, it's probably good as a one drop a lot of times. Then we got Powered Shield. So this card is just powerful because it's drawing you cards and it's doing like something while doing that. So yeah, it helps doing trades well, and it just cycles your deck, which is nice. Not much to that. We got Double Divine Spirit. This is that other combo piece. So with Inner Fire, these can get really out of hand. Yeah, and actually really just one-shot opponents from above 30 health a lot of times. Keep in mind that you don't want to do Divine Spirit before you can kill somebody with it, with a combo with Inner Fire. And a lot of times, it's very rare that I'll be using Divine Spirit on anything before I can also Inner Fire it. So you want to keep while holding these, but you don't want them in your opening hand or anything. Then we've got Netherspite Historian. This card is like, it discovers us dragons, and it's a nice enough 2-drop, so it's just in there for being nice. It's not like spectacularly good, but we have a few really strong dragons, so I feel like we want more of those same dragons, and therefore it's in there. And also, when you draw like one of these dragons that require you have to have another dragon in your hand, and you don't have any other dragons, this one actually gets you that other dragon, so you can get to activate their effects too, which is pretty important. So yeah, then we've got Radiant Elemental. This one just makes your spells flow a little bit more smoothly. You get to combo a lot easier, and Powered Shield becomes 0 mana, which is super good because you can just play this on turn 2 with Powered Shield, and you get a 2/5 and draw a card for 2 mana, which is really strong. So it is just to make everything go a lot smoother. Then we're playing Shadow Visions. Shadow Visions is in the deck to help find those combo pieces more reliably. It's really strong on that, and sometimes you just use it to like get more combo pieces of doing even more damage. But at other times you use it to fetch anti-aggro cards that fit the situation, and you kind of just use it for that. The deck doesn't have to win by comboing the enemy down. It can perfectly well just go late game against a lot of decks. Yeah. So then we've got Kabal Talonpriest. He's in there for one because he's a huge tempo minion. So if he could give himself +3 health, he'd be a 3/7 for 3, which is crazy. Now he cannot do that, but he has approximately the same effect if you hit something which is not him. So that's really powerful. But he also adds up to the combo, so you can buff some minions' health and then double it to get even more punch with that combo. Yeah, it's really strong with this. We'll play one copy of Shadow at Death. I feel like we're only playing one copy because I don't feel like there's a lot of big minions going on at the moment. And I feel like you could probably play another copy, but I feel like if you need it, Shadow Visions is going to fetch you more copies. So I think you're okay with just one copy. It's also relevant in the late game, and you don't really need consistency for drawing it then. So playing 2 would be for more consistency. Then we've got Talk Reaper, which is just a great anti-aggro minion and a fairly solid target for the combo. So it would be one of these minions that you could buff up and kill your opponent with. Yeah, but it's just especially nice for anti-aggro. I'm playing one copy of Twilight Acolyte. It's a super strong card. I haven't tested with two of them. I don't have to. I just have one. So I thought, yeah, I'll try one, and it's pretty good. I think it has a lot of potential. I don't know how much though, because sometimes it's amazing, but like every time it's average. It's at least average. So I feel like it's probably just a strong card which will like be put into the spots you get. And if you can open any spots, I think a second one will take that spot. At least it could, because it's a super strong minion just in its own respect. Both for stopping aggro decks and beating you down, and for doing well, annoying things to control decks by like taking their big minion's attack and putting it onto an acolyte. I feel like oftentimes you're gonna get it to be a 4/4 at least, but that's like fairly common. Then we've got Duskbreaker, which is like a super strong new card. So this, if you play this on turn 4 against an aggro deck, you kind of almost win the game on the spot. That is obviously not always the case, but a lot of times you're just gonna win. It's super strong, clearing the board and getting a 3/3 onto it afterwards. So yeah, there's not much discussion about it. It's just a good card. It's definitely in there for just beating up aggro. I feel like it's the reason that I don't have to play Shadow and Pain and Potion of Madness, just because it's so good at actually dealing with aggro decks. Yeah. Then we got Dragonid Operative, which is like that anti-control dragon we've got. It's really good for just picking their good cards out of their deck. Now I feel like with this expansion we've seen a few decks that can just go completely bonkers on value, which means that this one won't have a lot of effect against these. But in that case it's still a good 5/6 minion, which draws you a single card, 45 mana. So I feel like it's still good, and it's a dragon, so you get your other triggers off it. So yeah, it's just in general it's good. And I feel like if you try to go value, toe to toe with another deck that's like similar to you, it can really help you a lot. Yeah, so definitely a strong card. Then we got double Dragonfire Potion. This is again for aggro. You really want to clear their board with this. I feel like the card's so good that I didn't want to omit it. Just against anything which is mid-range or aggro, it just kind of wins you games. Just like Duskbreaker, not as badly, but it has that same effect to it. Also, you can actually build a pretty nice dragon board and then just play this, and your dragons don't get damage from it. So it's really powerful in that respect. Yeah. I think you'd even play it if it did damage to your dragons, even though that would be more questionable. Then we've got a single copy of Bonemare. I feel like this is in there to just like push that extra damage, be a little bit of a mid-range deck, which is nice, and it adds to the combo too, even though that's not very common to use it that way. But I feel like, yeah, just one copy is nice, because you can like build a big taunt if you need to, or you could go more face if you need to. It's a nice, flexible, strong card, which was definitely proven in the Knights of the Frozen Throne meta. Yeah. Then we're playing double Curator Creeper, because we have Duskbreaker and we have Dragonfire Potion, and it's really a good follow-up for these. So I feel like, yeah, it's powerful and it helps you tempo out. And I feel like there's so many aggro decks which plays this card right now, so you have to play it to actually keep up with them. And it's pretty strong though. Yeah, there's not much to say. It's really good after bulk clear. Yeah, then we got the Curator, which is like enabled by actually having the Curator Creeper in our deck. So what it does is that we get a dragon and we get a Curator Creeper every time, pretty much. At least if we haven't drawn both our creepers and all of our dragons. The body's fine in itself. A 4/6 is nice enough. 7 mana is a little bit expensive for it, but the cards we draw are pretty good usually. So I feel like that makes up for it. So yeah, it's just to get a little bit more cycle in the deck. Then our final card is Ysera. So I feel like Ysera is probably the best big dragon we can play, because it's got a nice stat line. 4/12 is pretty damn sweet, especially with a combo. You can do a lot of damage with that. And then it gets you a few good cards, which is just better than any of the other dragons. So yeah, I don't feel like they do the job as well. But yeah, that is pretty much the deck. I feel like Dragonpriest can be taken a lot of ways. Control could be viable. You could play like a value-oriented one, but I think that might be slightly inferior to the combo based one. You can play mid-range one, which is like seemingly very strong, maybe even stronger than this one. I can't really tell which one's best, but I feel like mid-range is often going to beat this one if they get a good start. However, if we get good Duskbreakers, we can still win, but it's because that Dragonfire Potion doesn't clear the dragons of the other Dragon Priests. That's kind of troubling thing for us. But I feel like the deck is in general powerful, and there's a lot of things you can play with when it comes to it, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, but I think that's enough talking. We will be getting into a game. Okay guys, we are back with the gameplay. I feel like the deck performed really well against aggro and mid-range. Less so well against control, but it can definitely do the job there too. It all depends on if you high rolled it or not. There's some element of if you draw crap, you'll lose every time. But if you draw like decent well, you'll win long games. Dragonfire is too heavy, and I feel like Divine Spirit's not good now because we want to use the combo. Power Shield's fine because it helps us get more tempo. So Ysera is obviously crappy, but Dark Reaper is pretty nice. Operative could be good if that is not Secret Mage. If it is Secret Mage, I feel like we'll have trouble. And I don't want a Shadow Vision yet, because I don't know what I want. It's a little bit easier to know when he's done something. So that doesn't really tell me much, except that there are no secrets in his deck. So, did he manage to draw every single secret? If he's Secret Mage, he's gotta have a lot of secrets, right? But if he didn't manage to draw every last one of them, that is amazing. Almost terrifying. Big counterspell. That's fair.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna fish up another one of those. To make that wall hold.
Well played.
We might use it to combo, but I don't think so. What is that? Okay, this is actually Big Mage. That's awkward. That's really awkward. Why was he playing Archaeologist then? I guess that's a bluff. Alright, we'll pick up the Curator to try to find something good from that. We got a lot of combo pieces now, that's pretty sweet. Go to Cap Tomb. I guess that's fair. I don't know if the deck runs Polymorph. I think I'm going to take the risk and go for that 2-turn lethal. Here, because if he doesn't have Polymorph, we're probably going to win next turn. Blizzard can obviously slow us down, but she shouldn't be able to kill for 60 damage. There is Meteor, of course, but we saw one Meteor from the Dragonfire in his deck, so the chance of it being in his hand is pretty low. Okay, this looks good. It really looks good. And Frostbolt. Okay, so it looked good. Now we have to find another way of making it work. I think Violence Portal will be pretty good here, because we just want to kill him as fast as possible. We're still hoping he doesn't have Meteor, but what can we do? Blizzard, alright. That's pretty annoying, actually. A little bit unsure what we should do here. Okay, we'll pick another one then. Alana, I guess. That's the one which is the most scary, I think. The others don't really do that much for us. I guess healing it doesn't really matter that much, but I felt like it was still the best play. I think we're safe. I'm pretty sure we're safe. I don't know. So there's another secret. It's most likely ice block. It's very likely to be ice block. Which is gonna mean we're gonna have to clear the Doomsayer anyways. But we can, we got the violence portal. I don't want to worry about it. I feel like the way we lose this is probably through him burning us down when he goes so aggressively for my face. So we could just like heal the fate instead of healing this one. He's still gonna die to Meteor, obviously. We just can't do it about that. Another Blizzard. It feels really bad. It just keeps going face.
Once upon a time.
Guess Operative is the best one. I think we're just gonna like try to threaten him now. I guess only Spiteful Summoner makes sense. The others are terrible. So we place this in the middle so he can't just meter and get everything to like die. I'm fairly sure we won't die here. What's that? That's the meter we're talking about all the time. So yeah. Isn't that safe? I think that's safe. Oh yes, it is safe. So, that went pretty intense with him constantly freezing in something. But I guess we got it. It was the right call buffing it up and going face. So yeah. I think we'll just take another game actually, because I think this showed pretty nicely how we went up against control, but we also want to have a game against aggro.
Anduin versus Rexar.
That I'm going to bet this is aggro. I'm very sure this is aggro. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's aggro. Okay, that's crappy. I didn't want to hold on to the Operative against an aggro deck. I feel like getting something like Radiant Elemental or Shield or Dark Reaper or anything would be better. Because heavier minions are just too slow against aggro these times, I feel like.
Is someone injured?
So, Cleric. It could be Spell Hunter, it could be like Minion Hunter. I guess Minion Hunter is pretty wide term, but that like aggro Minion Hunter where you play Pirates in and Candle Shot, I guess it's probably just called Faith Hunter though. And so that is surely Wandering Monsters. That has to be Wandering Monster.
Right away.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, it wasn't Wandering Monster.
Is someone
That makes
injured?
everything a lot easier. We popped the secret and we now have a cleric in our hand instead of a dead cleric. So that's nice. But the evaluation I made was just that. I didn't think there would be anything that I'd feel bad about killing here. Well, most things I'd be happy about attacking into. What is this? Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and double the health of it right now, because that means we can draw cards whenever we please, which is pretty sweet. And we don't have to actually combo this Hunter down because he's aggro. We can play it safe. Okay, there's Deadly Shot. I should have known, but I guess it's okay. We can just play the other cleric and keep being annoying. If you get hit by a flanking shot, this is really annoying. But we'll deal with it. That should be pretty harmless. Even more so. But I think we're probably phasing into the Spellstone. Come on. There you go.
Right away.
What is this? Wandering Monster. Screw me.
Form of
So that's not good. But now we have that Dragonfire Potion. So if he does decide to fill the board, we can just clear it. I feel like you have to clear the new Spellstone from Hunter. It does so much damage if you don't. 4 bodies is pretty much. That's not Spellstone. Now there's that. Alright. Shouldn't even be that bad. And here comes the dragons. Not Temporis, not Bone Drake.
Once upon a time.
Not that good, but definitely crappy, so we'll pick that one again. A lot of times you're just gonna get a million of these, or Duskbreakers or anything, because all the other dragons are crap. They're not exactly crap, but they're not that good. I feel like this is one of the best dragons. It is probably the best dragon. Unless you compare it to Duskbreaker. Okay. I'm wondering, can I justify using my potion now? Oh yes, now I've got 2 of them. Now I can justify it. And even if he fills the board, I can just play another one now. So that's really lovely. As long as he doesn't get to my side, I'd be happy, I think. That's fine. We shouldn't have a problem recovering from this. We don't have a lot of healing in the deck. Actually, we don't have any except for the hero power. So we're pretty low right now, and that's annoying, but we'll get over it. Oh. I think I'll take Flare. I'm fairly sure Flare's good against this deck. Okay, Rock Dalar. So now we have to do something, whatever that may be. That sucks a little bit. It isn't terrible, right? But it's not good. I want to clear the secret. I really do want to. But I feel like if I do it, I'm going to be facing more secrets. But I have to kill him actually, so we're going to clear it. It was explosive trap. I don't know if I'm happy or sad about clearing that. I think we're going to make a taunt to try to avoid taking face damage. Because 13 health is not a lot against this and this. So hopefully he doesn't have crushing walls. Lovely. Not so lovely. But at least he spent 6 mana killing it. And he doesn't hero power. I think that's a grave mistake. He should have been using that hero power. I think tracking. We're going to survive till next turn, and at next turn we'll one-shot him with this. And tracking helps us find the combo cards we need. So that's pretty good.
To my side.
Lovely, sort of. And we'll... Haha! So it really sucks to him. Getting absolute bullshit. And we just get to play this one. I'm not gonna track now, I don't feel like that. It's most likely that I want to have that Unify or Divine Spirit, but I don't really feel like I needed to track right there. I probably should have, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think it's a play which, like, if it comes down to that, I don't know how it would. So, it seems like he's not being really aggressive, which is really hurting him now. He should have been a lot more aggressive, just making it over. Okay, so talk to you. I guess that was made by Rocklar. We will be ending it now, I believe. So, where are those? I guess I should have actually gone for the other one first. Not that it matters, but I could have drawn both Innerfire and Divine Spirit without tracking it, and I would have to discard one of them, and that would have actually meant that I couldn't kill him. So that was a little bit of a mistake. But that really showed how we wanted to play against aggro, I feel like, so I'm finally happy. Yeah, and I hope you guys saw a little bit of the deck then, and that you might take it and try it yourself. I had a lot of fun making it and a lot of fun playing it, actually, and I hope you will too. So, Until then, see you in my next video.